You know, I like to do that because it's classic illustration in the eye of the beholder. Because I watch the people, when I get a lot of rejection, I assume that there's a lot of Jews out here who don't know what I'm doing, think I'm trying to hit them. Or perhaps there's a lot of quasi-Catholics, missionary-trained Catholics, who have no concept of Catholicism and think that Catholics worship statues and symbols. It's not the case. They were hassling, understand this, a mime group were doing their act in the park, and they didn't have a certificate and they got busted. And some freedom of speech issue. Well, I think they missed one point. They were doing their act in front of the Catholic Church. And, see, on stage, in other words, a stripper in a burlesque house on stage goes, here it is, boys, da-da-da, it's cool. But let her do that in the public park on the way home and her ass is in jail. And the reason for that is that the people in the park didn't ask for that. In other words, you can yell fire in a crowded theater if you're on stage, but don't do it off stage. The theater is make-believe, that's where it's at. And I figured out after 4 years why I got arrested so many times. See what happened. It's been a comedy of errors. Here's how it happened. I do my act at perhaps 11 o'clock at night. Little do I know that 11 a.m. the next morning, before the grand jury somewhere, is another guy doing my act who's introduced as Lenny Bruce in substance. Here he is, Lenny Bruce in substance. A peace officer who is trained to recognize clear and present dangers, not make believe, does the act. The grand jury watches him work and they go, that stinks. But I get busted. And the irony is that I have to go to court and defend his act. Because he can only defend the complaint. And the judge, who never heard of Lenny Bruce, is going, no, now hear Lenny Bruce. 6 weeks before the peace officer gets the assignment. And see, well, this relates to the headline that I saw in the Chronicle and also the LA paper. It says, the Negroes versus the cops. It's about time that the people got hip to something, how the system works in our country. What the cop's position is, what your position is. You see, if you can reduce the whole community to 100 people, the early tribe, the first law is religious law. We all had a simple rule. Okay, the rule, we sleep in area A. We eat in area B, we throw our garbage in area C. All agreed, all agreed. Solid. Go to sleep, guy wakes up, gets a face full of garbage. Hey, what the hell's the deal here? I thought it was A, B, and C. Tell all you people having a big party. I'm all alone. I'm sleeping. I got a face full of garbage. It's, well, it's a religious holiday. No, we're not religious. It's your ass. Oh. Well, that's not too good a rule. And this guy started the first guy separating the church and the state.
Stay tuned to Nightfly for more.
In a democracy, the rule has no mercy to it. It's just a rule. It stays constant. It's okay, here's the rule now. A, B, and C, and we're going to enforce the rule because we got to get some sleep. Now we'll hire a cop. Policeman, here's your gig. If anybody throws any garbage on us while we're sleeping, you throw their ass right in a shit house. They live with this garbage, you understand? All right, you take the gig, you do it. So the cop said, what about if it's a guy's aunt? Well, you don't understand. Aunt your ass. We want to get some sleep. Anybody's aunt, mother, brother gets thrown right in the shit house. That's it. The rule is consistent. Now the other guy goes, okay, that's the rule, but I tell you what, policeman, don't kick their ass, throw them in the garbage, but don't do it when I'm around, okay? I'll go in the next room. But if they do it, throw them right in the garbage and keep them there. You see, I can't do it because I'm too nice a guy. And you see, you got to have a certain mentality to do that to people. So I'll wait in the back room and you kick their ass. All right, good. So what happens, the rule gets bigger and bigger, and it goes, okay, nobody on the post office steps, that's the rule. Okay, nobody in the streets, that's the rule. Rule, hire the cops. Now, up in Harlem, there's 9,000 people wailing their ass off, sticks and stones. They get a cop with a short-sleeve shirt on and a stick in his hand. And people yelling Gestapo at him. Gestapo, you schmuck, I'm the mailman. What do you want from me? Now, here's what goes down. I want to show you. This is the Criminal Court, City of New York, Part 2B, County of New York, the people of the state of New York versus Lenny Bruce and Howard L. Solomon, defendants. Okay, and Ella Solomon. For the honorable judges and blah, 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 and this attorney. Okay, now, find information filed on April 3rd, 1964. The defendants, Lenny Bruce and Howard L. Solomon, were charged in 2 separate counts, giving an indecent performance in violation of Section 1148 of the Penal Law of New York. Now, that's the grand jury. That was the first bust. That's when the cop did the act for the grand jury, and they said it stunk, and I got busted. The performances, and then a similar violation on April 7th. Beginning of the trial, motions were made to dismiss the information on the ground that Section 1148 of the Penal Law is unconstitutional. At the end of the trial, these motions were renewed, blah, 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 and 2 out of 3. 3 judges, no jury trial, 1 judge dissenting. All 3 performances of the defendant Lenny Bruce were obscene, indecent, immoral, and impure within the meaning of Section 1148 of the Penal Law. While no tape is available as to the first performance, this monologue, according to the testimony, was essentially the same as the second and third performances. In the latter 2 performances, words such as ass, balls, cocksucker, cunt, fuck, motherfucker, piss, shit, and piss were used about 100 times in utter obscenity. Okay, here's how this happens. Now, don't forget, the peace officer is given the gig. He's given the job. Okay, you're going to do Lenny Bruce's act in 6 weeks. I'm not a comedian. What kind of job? That's it. Well, what kind of direction? Do I go to school, a training program? No, what kind of script do I get? You don't get no script. You get a paper and pencil, steal his act. Go ahead. You got the gig. Now, he's a poor cop, straight in the audience, right? He's going to write the act down. Shit, what do you say? Now he missed 50 words. Now, it takes, with the frame of reference of spelling, it would take, to transcribe a tape, about 36 hours, and then they have to always come back to meet the people. Now the cop's going to do the act. Before the judge, we never heard of Lenny Bruce before. Now, the cop is nervous. You know, I'm not going to get any laughs now. Let's see, I got the one bit, I remember that bit, okay. All right, officer. Well, the suspect entered the platform 11 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember the whole act, Your Honor, but I've made these notes, all right. So the doctrine of revived recollection, you refresh yourself, look at the notes. All right. Okay. Let's see now, Catholic, asshole, shit, let's see, and in the park, and the tits and shit, and Catholics, and the Jews, and shit. That's about all I remember. It's, that's about the general tenor of the act. Those were the words that were used. Is that all of it? No, Your Honor, it's over. But he used those words again. Yeah, you said shit a lot of times. And okay, now that's not bad enough for the judge. But Dorothy Kilgallen and an Episcopalian priest who saw the show are telling the judge, it was wonderful, you had to see it. The judge is saying, you had to see, asshole? Shit, I don't understand what these... He can't figure these people just are well-intentioned do-gooders, then.
Stay tuned.
Another thing cooking. You've got the attorney for the people. You've got the attorney for the defense. Let me tell you something about attorneys. Well, any kind of... The best attorneys are the attorneys that do it every day. And in the administration of criminal justice, they have the broad field. The best attorneys with the Justice Department, the DA that's been with it for 10 years, forget it, called coming near him. Because they're working on 4 levels at once. Now, as far as psychologically set up to be really well-adjusted, the DA knows that he's got a client. See, and once you confess to your attorney that you murdered the community, he's going to win. He'll lie his ass off, he's going to win for you. That's the gig. He's not under oath. He wins for the client. And do they win? Ha, ha, ha. Okay, we have a tape recording here. The tape recording is inaudible. However, we made an accurate transcription. Okay. He knows, a DA, that there's 15 eyewitnesses, defense witnesses, who have seen the show, also expert witnesses. He knows they've seen the show. He gives them this transcript. They don't have to look at the transcript really to make sense out of it, because it looks like the transcript. And I'm telling my attorney, this transcript has 2,130 errors. What kind of errors? Well, there's punctuation, oh, they're diminished. Wait a minute. I said persons, houses, and papers. They got pussies here. I didn't say that. So my attorney said, well, you said shit. What's the difference? Pussy here. There's a lot of difference. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's not the appellate court. I'm building a good record. No. Now, Dr. Kilgallen, he cross-examines these people, the DA, just on the transcript at the critical time. After all the tests. Now, okay, restricted to this transcript, then, you would say that the Lenny Bruce shows are all the things you say they are. Yes. Now, people's witnesses never saw the show. They're giving the transcript cold. First witness, John Fisher, Harper's Magazine. I don't know, it just seems dirty. I just can't make any sense out of it. It's just dirt for dirt's sake. It's just rambling. My attorney, ha, that's our witness. How do you figure that? Because a dummy didn't understand it. Some experts they got. I said, well, I don't understand it either. It's just nonsense. And they understand. The appellate court will understand. All right. Second witness, Reverend Potter from Operation Yorkville. Just a lot of filth. I can't make any sense out of it. I says, hey, you don't understand where they're going. Don't you? The appellate court's going to look at this. They're going to say, can you make any sense of this shit? No. So that knocks out Dorothy Kilgallen and all those people. And there's a difference, you know, between a big piece of art with a little shit in the middle, a big piece of art, a little shit in the middle, a big piece of art, then a big piece of shit with a little art in the middle, a big piece of shit with art in the middle. You don't understand a little art, it's one big piece of shit. That's where they're going, hardcore pornography. So they're going, no, you don't understand. I said, look, the boat's sailing. This is 4 years for me now. I'm telling you. I said, look, I don't want to embarrass you, but I want to testify right now. I want to do the show for the court. You can't testify on the willful changes in the show. You can't do the same show. That goes to the weight of it. And the materiality, the best evidence rule is the show. I want to do the show for the court. Look, I'm going to sue your ass and put a lien on the file. Look, I don't want to embarrass you, but I got to do the time. You understand? I want to testify. Your Honor, I don't have the ability to relate to my counsel. And I would like to give some evidence to the court. I'd like to testify. The judge says, you best relate to counsel. Now, dig, it's like gaslight. The judge really has my interest at heart because this is the biggest attorney in the country. And so the judge figures this poor schmuck is now going to knock out his attorney. He's going to screw himself up. But he don't know. The putts don't know what's happening. So I said, well, I can't relate to my counsel. Well, we'll have recess. Okay, now I chucked the attorney, but it's too late, Tom. Now I figure what I'll do is I'll go to a federal court. Do injunctive proceedings. I'll, restrain it from moving ahead. Now, I'm okay in the district court, but the problem is that you have to sue judges. And if I was in the South, I'd have a snap, because a Southern judge really sees the screw-up of the Northern judge. It's like, the Northerners, we're that liberal that we understand. We'll make the Southerners liberal if we have to knock the shit out of them to do it. It's because the South, well, anybody talks that way, buddy. It's like Lyndon Johnson. He didn't talk for the first 6 months because he kept rehearsing him saying nigger-o. Nigger, nagra, nigger. It's like a tape recorder. Nagra. Yeah, that poor family is cursed. The daughter converting to Catholicism, she said Catholicism back 2,000 years. Really. All the good the Ecumenical Council has done to project an intellectual image, that terrible picture in the white dress with the flowers, she looked like a Guatemalan slave. She's got real filament at the wedding standing at him. No, that's impossible.
Stay on board. Night flights.
District Court denied. Now I take it up to Second Circuit. Friendly, Hayes, and Marshall. Now, when you get to the judges on that level, they are really the law. No bullshit. It's like the garbage rule, no bullshit there at all. Anybody's aunt, uncle, forget about it. Now, I got to that court, and the bench is like, it's the longest bench in the world. It's like, and there's 3 judges, and they're way up there. And there's like the desk between you and the clerk. I really got shook. Yeah. So, there's the Thurgood Marshall says to me, he said, what are you doing over here? You didn't exhaust your remedies in state court. So he's a Negro, and I figured, well, I'll grab him. He'll understand my problem in the state court. I said, Your Honor, what it's like is I'm a nigger in Alabama, and I'm looking to use the toilet, see? And by the time I get the relief, it's going to be too late. What he says to me, you're no nigger. I said, I know that. It's an analogy. Denied. Now, I come back to the coast, I ran out of money, so dig this. Now, an attorney writes me, he's going to take up the Supreme Court of certiorari. That's the first time I got hip to something, that there are attorneys who have a personal interest in obscenity, who are concerned with censorship, which is not my stick at all. I tell them, look, one thing I want to make sure. This was reported as he took the microphone from the stand and he made, well, I'll read it here. During the first performance, Bruce fondled the microphone stand in a masturbatory fashion. Okay.